if I pull it off, or if we pull it off, the guys at Pantheon and whatever, if we pull it off, I think it will change the face of what grappling is, but I don't know how we're going to do that. My idea is, like, think about what the PFL is, right? The PFL, the Professional Fighters League, right? What they do is they have a tournament type style, and at the end, there's some money, you win it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like of all the shows in the world, a Polaris, a Grapple Fest, a Pantheon, a Fight to Win, a Who's Number One, and all of these things, right? There's loads and loads of them, like the sub-only shows, smaller and larger ones. I feel like those shows could create a union of sorts outside of themselves, or a network outside of themselves. So let's say, Flow or Who's Number One go and do Who's Number One shows, right? But together, Pantheon, Grapple Fest, Polaris, all these guys, they come together and they form an allegiance where once a month, everyone puts a show on for a number of athletes that are determined to be professional. Now, the way that we get there, in my opinion, is you run a year of events where whoever wants to turn up, turns up, grapples. And at the end of it, the top 5 guys from each, or top 10 or top 15 or whatever, depending on the volume of people, the top seeds of all of those competitions get put in a pool, and that's your weight category. Those are your professional fighters for that year, right? The amateur events, quote unquote, continue as much as possible, right? They just run, they do whatever. And then every month between the promotions that have agreed to do this Professional Grappling League, whatever, they put a show on, they match fighters. There's a unified rule set. There's an understanding about medical care, fighter pay, production, all of that stuff. You can still go and do, Grapple Fest 5 or Pantheon 3 or Who's Number One, this, that, or the next thing. And you can do the same fights if you want, that's fine. But there's an understanding and an adoption of a professional grappling league that has an allegiance between all of the major tournaments. And if you went and started a promotion, a grappling promotion, and you had all of the necessary things in place, you could join that and you could put shows on in the same fashion, right? If you wanted to back out because it wasn't profitable for you, you do the same thing, that's fine, But I feel like there's a leap for that to happen. And I feel like it has to be something that's egalitarian.
What do you think the leap is?
I think the leap is having people work with each other, because we spoke earlier about when there's availability to make money in something, people are going to want to try and make money over the honor and the honesty of the production of the thing. It's trying to peel back the layer of commercialization, right? And whilst ensuring that all of the athletes and the shows make money, because obviously without making money there is no continuation of those things, but trying to put the development of the athletes and the development of the sport at the forefront, right?